Alrighty, it's test time, friends. So I just realized that the tests, they're not going to be in the same order. The questions might be different. So you'll have to scroll forward until you find a question like this one. So, okay, anyway, for this one, they want the graph of this equation is a parabola, find the vertex, and determine its graph. So I just threw this one right into Desmos, okay? Looks like it goes right through 0, 0 there. And then I would say, ooh, it's hard to see. There we go. Here we go. I would say negative 5, 1. Yeah. So it goes through 0, 0, and negative 5, 1. So that's where I'm going to put my graph. 0, 0, negative 5, 1. Check answer. Yay, it's correct. Okay. Then we go to. Oh, wait, I don't need to do that. We go to number 3. Okay, same deal. It's going to be a parabola, find the vertex, and determine its graph. So it's negative 2 times x plus 5 squared plus 2. Negative 2. So y equals negative 2 times x plus 5 squared. Oh, I was doing so good. Now I gotta check if it's plus 2. Okay. Plus 2. Cool. So it looks like we have a vertex right at negative 5, 2, and then a root or a solution to the parabola at negative 4, 0. So I think this test is going to be a lot of graphing stuff in Desmos. Negative 5. Oh, this one. Nope, this one. Negative 5, 2. Bam. Lots of graphing it in Desmos. And it's a very short test. Okay, this is going to be a circle. Find the center. So this one we really don't need to graph in Desmos, but you can. It would show you the same thing. Remember, the center of the circle is the opposite of whatever's in there next to x and y. So the opposite of x is 5. Opposite of y is negative 1. And then the radius is going to be the square root of whatever's after that equal sign, which is 1. So we're going to go ahead. We'll click on the graph. We'll go to 5, negative 1. There's my center. And then I'm going to count 1. That's it, because it's got a radius of 1. Tiny little circle there. Okay, graph the ellipse. So this one is going to be longer on the x-axis, and it should have intercepts at 4 and negative 4, whatever that square root is. But for the ellipse, you're going to look for one that has that length of 4, and it's longer on the x-axis. And I kept getting confused. So I feel like it's supposed to be C, but they were saying something about intercepts, and this is the one. Oh no, that wouldn't have the right intercept, right? That one's almost too long. 4, 8, what is that going by? Okay, that's too long, so it's got to be C. Yay. So when you do this, you're looking for the one that is 4 length in total. And I know it's 4 because I take the square root of whatever's under that x, and it's 4. So you want to look for 4 length in total. Now, what that actually is, though, that's the intercepts. Yeah, and you can tell because look at this graph. It goes by 2s, okay? I could tell that because 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this one should have intercepts at -4, 0, and then 4, 0. So I guess it actually has a length of 8. It just looks like 4 because of the graph. But it's actually the intercepts. It tells you where to go. And then if you take the square root of the y, that tells you the y-intercept. So square root of 4 is 2. So you should be crossing at 2 or -2. Cool. We're cruising, friends. We got this. Okay, graph the hyperbola. Hyperbola is a little different. You're going to take the square root of the x, which is that 4 again, and you'll have a positive or -4. So those are your x-intercepts for -4. And then to figure out how far up you go, you take the square root of the y, which will be 3. So that means you're going to go up 3 in every direction. So you'll actually have points at -4. Oh, I totally messed that up. Sorry. -4, 3, 4, 3. And then you draw in the square and the diagonals and all that stuff. You could just go on Desmos, but don't have to. B is going wrong way, so we don't want that. Let's look at A. So we're looking for values at -4, 3. 2, 4, that's good. 3, hey, I think it's A. Because look, we go 2, 4, there's 4, and there would be 3, up 3. Let's check it. Yeah, we're right. Again, if this confuses you, just graph it in Desmos and find which one matches. Okay, so this one, it's got a plus sign in between those two fractions. Definitely going to be an ellipse. And the only graph that is an ellipse is like a wobbly circle. It's going to be A. That's a weird way. An oblong circle. A stretched out circle. That's a better way to say it. Okay. So this one's going to be a circle. That's a classic circle formula. Looks like we've got x and y both squared. There's no fraction, so it's definitely a circle. And since there's nothing in parentheses with those x and y, I'm going to say it's centered right at this origin. So it can't be C. And then we take the square root of that 4 to get the radius. So it should go out to 2. So it's definitely going to be D. Don't forget the square root. A lot of people do that. It's an understandable mistake, but don't make any. Okay. Oh, we love these questions, don't we? So the vertex of this parabola, I believe, is just 0, 0. Yeah, and you can always double check that by just typing it into Desmos. So we have x equals 1 over 20 y squared. Yeah, this one's centered right at the origin. Okay, anything with vertex and focus and directrix is just going to be at the origin. The focus is, remember, you have to take that fraction that's in front and you have to change it so it has that 4. Because the 4 is a part of that formula. So 4 times what gives me 20? 4 times 5 is 20. And that 5 is your C value or your focus. And since it's a sideways parabola, you're going to say that focus is an X value. If it was an up and down parabola, that focus would be a Y value. Because remember, if our graph is over here, the focus is how far away on the inside of the parabola it is. So you have a C value of 5. So that means your focus is 5, 0, and then you're